3 weeks after Rachel Myers vanished, the apartment below hers, Unit 2B, was rented to a man named Calvin Holt. Mid-30s. Quiet. A freelance architect who worked from home and liked things just so. He didn't believe in ghosts, didn't care for the supernatural. If it couldn't be measured, drawn, or built, it didn't matter. The building had quirks, faint smells, drafty hallways, but rent was cheap, and Calvin liked the solitude. Then came the leaks. It started with a damp spot on his ceiling, directly above his bed. A slow drip, drip, drip that appeared overnight and refused to stop. He reported it. The landlord, same twitchy-eyed man with that unsettling smile, assured him that 3B was vacant. "I thought someone lived there," Calvin said, brows knitting. The landlord shook his head. "She's gone." She. No one you need to worry about. But Calvin did worry, because that night, as he lay in bed with a pot catching the rhythmic drip of water, he heard humming. A woman's voice. Soft. Mournful. Coming from above. He climbed the stairs to 3B. The door was locked. The hall was silent. When he leaned in close, he thought he heard breathing. He went back downstairs. But the next morning, his floor was slick with water. His bedroom walls had bloated, sagging like lungs that had drowned in silence. Still, no plumber came, no repairs. Instead, Calvin began to dream. Dark water, mirrors, a woman with her back to him, brushing her wet hair in a cracked reflection. He'd wake up soaked in sweat, except it wasn't sweat. It was salt water. He started looking into the building's history. What he found wasn't much. A few missing persons, some deaths. One name that appeared again and again. Rachel Myers, a tenant in 3B. Listed as both deceased and alive on various documents. The dates didn't line up, neither did the photos. It was the same woman, but appearing in tenant records years apart, always in 3B, always disappearing. Calvin confronted the landlord. Who was Rachel Myers? The landlord didn't smile this time. He looked tired, resigned. She never left, he whispered. Not really. I don't believe in ghosts, Calvin said. Then believe in consequences. That night, the dripping returned, but louder, more insistent. He opened his closet to find water pouring down in a steady stream, soaking his clothes, pooling at his feet. He followed it up again, flashlight trembling in his hand. 3B's door was open this time. The apartment was dark save for one flickering light in the bathroom. And in the mirror stood Rachel, soaking wet, pale, unblinking. Calvin backed away, but the apartment door slammed shut behind him. The mirror began to drip, then bulge, like it was holding back a tide, like it was no longer glass but a surface of shifting water. Rachel stepped out. Her feet made no sound on the hardwood. Her eyes locked onto his. "You replaced me," she said. I don't know you." "But you live beneath me," she hissed. "That's enough." Water gushed from the walls, the floor, the ceiling, until the apartment flooded in seconds. Calvin gasped for breath, thrashing in a darkness filled with echoing footsteps and the sound of Rachel whispering from the walls. Then, silence. 3 days later, the landlord posted a new listing. 2B, studio apartment, recently renovated, available immediately. No mention of the water damage, no mention of Calvin Holt, no mention of the mirror in 3B, which now reflected 2 figures, Rachel and the man below her. Their eyes open, their mouths closed, waiting. If you've ever moved into an old building with cheap rent and locked doors, ask why it's so affordable. And if this story soaked into your spine like cold water, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've only just scratched the surface of what this building is hiding. Next time, we're opening the door to Unit 1A, and trust me, you won't want to miss what crawled out of that basement.